Welcome to the official AFL Fantasy Podcast with the Traders, thanks to Sportsbet.
G'day with the Traders. I'm Roy, the coach of Destroy, and I'm here with Warnie.
Coach of the Wandogs.
And Calvin.
Coach of Mighty Calvinator. Oh, yeah.
Boys, it's round 14 preview. It means
Yes, it does
it is
mean.
the last bye round, and I tell you what, I'm sweating on teams.
I've enjoyed myself so far.
Have you?
Yeah, because last week I had a lot.
Yeah.
This
This
week
is my sweat week.
is sweat week, all
Yeah.
right. I've been waking up at night.
Yeah.
with tremors.
Yeah. So this is scramble for 18 sweat week.
What do you think before teams are announced?
How many should I have?
How many have you got?
How many are you projecting?
Oh, that's a good point. So I would need at the moment, I'd be thinking I'd have 15 players.
Okay, I'm 15 or 16.
Yeah.
What are you, dog?
I think I'm 19
Oh,
before
smirky dog.
No, I
Isn't he
need it.
smooth?
Well, I've been crap the last 2 weeks, so I need it. We do have Cow. One cash cow
We
named
do.
already. 170k midfielder.
Lockheed Bramble.
Yep.
He's playing
Brambles.
here.
Yep.
So
And
he,
Pig Park, and he's a tackler.
Loves it.
And what did he see last week?
he saw Newcomb set a record.
He's going to break the record.
He should try.
So he averaged 5.5 tackles. He's only played 2 games in the VFL.
Yep.
Yep.
So he averaged 5.5 tackles a game. Now, if my maths are correct, he's late 11.
Right. Good work.
He's averaged 76 in the VFL as well. So he's getting good scores. He's
Yeah.
doing okay. He had an 80-odd in
Yeah.
his first game.
And he would have seen
Exactly.
the way everyone celebrated Newcomb's cuddling.
Yeah,
Yes.
That's it.
Just go out
Break
there
the
and do
record.
that, mate.
The thing is, the best part about him, 23-year-old as well. So he
Oh.
was signed as an SSP.
Usually you like them young, but this is great. 23, that's perfect for us. Like
Prime.
mature age.
Yep.
It's great work.
Prime, fresh meat.
Yeah.
Aged a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah.
It's good, Cow.
Yeah.
You used to like trying some aged veal back in the day.
Let's get on
so,
with it.
righty,
my goodness.
Talking about.
I don't know.
Stick to the script.
Goodness.
The script. What is a script?
The scripts are...
Some breaking news?
Yes.
Breaking news. There is no breaking news.
Oh, great.
Cow. Actually, I've got some breaking news.
Oh,
for you.
yeah?
We've got the game here at
Yeah.
Pig Park.
Yeah.
Massive Hawthorn Bombers game.
Huge.
First time Bombers have been in Tassie since 1992.
Yeah.
They won by 3 points against Fitzroy at North Hobart Oval. Roy.
Really?
There you go.
There you go.
That's something cool.
Whoop-de-doo, Basil.
But, Roy,
Yeah.
you haven't got a ticket, have you?
Not yet.
Because you didn't stoop yourself.
Oh, I could not.
Like Calvinator
Ever.
did. Calvin, would you like to
Oh.
tell us how you got your ticket to the big game on
Oh,
Sunday? Because it's
spill
sold
up.
out. It's sold out.
I'd say I became
Oh, you
an
make me
Essendon
sick.
member.
Yes, well done.
No.
Welcome on board. Jeez, I hope they renew your membership automatically each
There's
year
so
too.
much to this.
Yep.
Like, last year we all became Gold Coast Suns members.
Yes.
Understandable.
Yes. Yep.
Because helped them break the record, and it's the Suns.
Yeah.
This is like
I know.
an established... Mel, you are the worst supporter of a club ever.
Agreed.
And we already knew that.
Yeah.
But
Yes.
you just don't... Hate's a harsh word.
Okay.
And I don't hate many things.
Yep.
But I hate Essendon, and so should you.
Yep. So what I'm basically like a membership
You've
prostitute.
given them a number.
I'm a prostitute.
You are.
I will sell my soul to anyone
Just...
and I'll sign up. I'm like the reverse of a prostitute.
Like
You don't
it's
pay
not-
me, I pay you.
It's not... It's going to be a great game.
Yeah.
And the novelty's there because it's here.
I get that. It's
not a
If
novelty. Awesome.
If we were in Melbourne and this game was on, you'd say to Warnie'd be like, "Come on, boys, it's only an hour to the game," and you'd be like, "Hey, Roy, you want to miss the game?"
Yeah, we'll go to the pub.
Let's go to the pub.
I get that.
And now you're a member to go.
Yeah, look, it was only a real cheap membership, if that's
It'd
anything.
wanna be.
It's real cheap.
So they'll probably break some record now because of you.
Yeah, but then I'll get the Gold Coast over that. Yeah.
You better get the Gold Coast one now.
Hang on, what's
Got my jumper for you if you want to wear that.
Oh,
can
so
wear-
you might as well.
Nah.
Get
Evan will
right
be
on
back here
board.
too. Oh, boys, we've got the teams in
Oh,
anyway. Let's go.
that's a bit more
Let's get into
exciting.
them. All right, Geelong and Bulldogs GMHBA Stadium. Guthrie is back. Or is he?
Oh, there you go.
Oh, God.
Narkle's out after being the medical sub, and Sean Higgins has been managed.
Managed.
there.
Okay.
He
was a target.
Had good form line,
Yes.
but stunk.
Didn't he?
Yes,
last
bad.
week. Yeah.
After getting his DPP as well, which
Yes.
some people might have liked.
Yeah.
No changes for the Bulldogs.
Come on, good start.
Scotty.
Oh, you don't have Scotty anymore. Anyway, he was the one I was sweating on.
Oh, boy.
Saturday.
Yeah.
Gold Coast and Port Adelaide. Gold Coast have brought in Collins and Day, outs. Graham has been omitted. Rose has been omitted, and Corbett, who was a medical sub, he's
That
out
hurts.
as well.
That'll hurt. Rosa.
Roses,
Roses,
Yep, rookie that a few people jumped on last week.
Because sometimes you
Hoping that
just
he'd be
have
this
to
week.
launch and hope.
You've got to go. Yep.
The Port Adelaide bring in Lysett and Leonard. Marshall's out with that concussion, and Bonner's been omitted. Woodcock's been omitted as well.
Bit stiff, Roy?
Very much so.
Don't you think so?
North Melbourne and Brisbane
Ladham's
down
still
at
in. I was all
Blunston
there.
Arena. 4:35 game. Ooh, she'll be getting cold.
She'll be
out
fresh
there,
down
I
there.
reckon.
They won't sell any tickets.
Luke McDonald is in.
Okay.
Lockie Young omitted and Garner out with an ankle. So that means Taylor should play then because he was the medical sub and hasn't been named as out. There you go.
Oh, well done.
Brisbane.
Is that a squirt?
Madden is in.
Ooh.
What is he? 129? 229?
He's
sorry?
a 229, a dog. Defender forward.
Very handy flexibility.
Some people have got him there waiting.
Yes.
I reckon.
Yeah.
That would be
Leicester's
very
out
good
with the
news.
hamstring, and Zorko is suspended. Which
Okay.
we heard about obviously 2 weeks ago.
A lot of people are asking me whether to trade Zorko in this week.
Yeah.
I'm like,
No, hang on, whoa. Let's go back to Madden. You've obviously got Madden.
No, I'm wanting to get him in.
Oh, geez, he celebrated hard. Right, sorry.
Well, don't we all want players that are like
I don't know.
cheap to
I
come
don't.
in?
I don't. I'm going straight to the top.
Yeah, you are. We'll talk about that
spend
later.
up week.
So that means Reece the Beast Matheson stays in as well.
So he
Barometer.
should.
So we should.
GWS and Carlton. So into the squad. Whoa! It's raining rookies.
Oh, here I go, dog. Fingers are ready.
Briggs is into the side. So he's a 182 defender forward.
Correct.
Yep.
Oh.
Jeez, I'm getting rain
John
into some of
Nash.
these,
So, Mummy must be resting this week.
yeah, so we've got Perryman and Phil Davis back in. Steeny's out, Roy.
come on.
Omitted. Lockie Ash omitted. Out.
No, he's not. Omitted.
That's what it says.
His form has been nuts.
Omitted. Surely that should be rested or
That's
managed or
managed.
something.
Coming
Or
off
he's
a
got an injury.
77. That's a big
What?
haul.
And
Have a look before that.
Yeah, he's averaged 94 in his last three.
O'Halloran and Mumford is out injured. So good for those Flynn owners.
Yep.
Very good for the Flynn
Very
owners.
good
But
for
also,
Flynn owners.
if you want to get Briggs in or you had him there.
So what's Briggsy then? He's a 1 week hit for you, isn't he?
Yeah. And
Because Mummy will...
with a guy like him or Madden, you should be, if you're getting them this week because you need the downgrade, it's all about having them for this week.
It
Because
is.
they should be bench fodder for you
Exactly.
after this.
You
That's
need
why you can go on one of these guys, and it might be, you might go Briggs over Madden just for the extra of 40k or 47k that it is.
Or you go old Bramble ahead of them as
Yeah.
well. Well, they're about the same price.
I would
Bramble
kind
and
of
Briggs.
feel both of those are just in for Mumford and Zorko.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then...
Oh, well, I think,
Whereas-
no, he's in for, I reckon Madden's in for Leicester like he was before.
Good point.
Whereas Bramble could
Is he-
be here for a couple more, maybe.
Let's hope he's all good. Well, no. Well, let's go into.
Who knows? We'll get to it.
Carlton. Parks is back in. Fogarty and Matt Kennedy are in. Outs. Cottrell omitted. Mark Murphy omitted. Setterfield injured, and
jeez.
Newnes is out after being the medical sub.
Okay.
Sunday game. So we've got
Last one. Well, that's it.
Morrison is out with the hammy, and Warple out suspended. So coming in, as we
Okay.
mentioned there, Lachlan Bramble, Cousins, Brockman. Nash and Jekka are into the squad for that. Now, for the Bombers. So, they're out.
Oh, no, hey.
Oh, yeah, sorry,
Roy, here's some karma for you, mate. Waterman, injured.
Didn't need that.
No, you didn't.
Dog, that should be brutal.
Well, don't boo.
Down to
Don't boo the
17.
Bombers.
Looked at you and went, Waterman, injured.
He's a sicko.
Isn't he?
Down to 17.
So, Bombers got a few out here. France has been managed. Zaharakis hamstring. Andy McGrath did that knee. And Ambrose has been omitted. So, coming into the squad there, Zirk Thatcher, Cutler, Dev Smith's back, Draper's back, Cahill, Zach Reed as well, Durham, who is the
many names are flying
mid-season
around?
draftee, and 2 Metre Peter. Also back in.
Man,
So
they're cooked.
the
Too many
Hawthorn
changes.
Essendon teams will be finalised and confirmed at 5 o'clock on Friday. So be aware of that, especially if you are looking at anyone for that. Especially like Bramble, Hawthorn have done it before. I think they've learnt their lesson as we talked about last week.
Yep.
But yeah, we've got Bramble debuting, but he could debut in the West.
Thing is,
Hopefully-
though, he's obviously there now just to cover Warpedo.
yeah.
It's probably looking that way.
Probably.
So, but him and Briggs, same price roughly. Both is just as good as each other. But, however, Briggs has that flexibility
I feel like taking my laptop and going home.
Why
I
is
did
that?
not need that.
Which one?
I'm
Waterman?
really thin now,
You'll be able to scrape. I've seen you work DPP action.
yeah.
but I don't know if I can do it this time.
Yeah, I've seen you work it
I
so
thought
bad.
last week I will just attack.
Yep.
And Josh Kelly, it paid off.
Yeah.
But I didn't think it would be this bad on the other side.
I've seen
At least
you.
there's no premium out.
That's it. You flipped them so hard
like
before.
Waters is just,
That you've
water,
actually-
water under the bridge.
You've changed colours of their dots the way you've moved them.
You don't know how much energy that takes. I don't know if I
but
have the power.
I don't think you've got a choice. You've got to get your 18.
Okay.
So the other one out of that two that we probably skimmed over a little bit is that Rees didn't come back in, which is probably unlikely as well
It
after
was.
Segler. Because
It was.
a few people would have liked him because this is the toughest ruck
Yeah.
buy round
It
because
is.
of
He will be back at some point.
Some
He will
point.
be a trade target in a couple of weeks. They just need Segler, not McElroy. That wouldn't happen, but Segler to stuff it up.
He's their captain, yeah.
And he's straight back in. So not a problem there at all.
God, he was very good.
He
though.
was very good.
He was super good.
Hi, it's Nat Edwards. AFL Daily is a new daily podcast from the AFL. Each morning, Damien Barrett and I will share the biggest stories and the biggest opinions in footy. We'll connect the dots and tell you what the stories mean for your clubs and your favourite players. AFL Daily, your new daily footy habit. Available wherever you listen to podcasts.
Thankfully, we don't have a Thursday night game this week because we've got a bit of scrambling to do with our...
A lot of work tomorrow. It's a good 2 hours for me now.
It will be.
Minimum.
But, we want to look at those trade targets for this week. Here are the most popular ins, Roy.
Yep.
Jai Newcomb.
Tick, must
Yep.
have.
Yes.
10,700 coaches have done that, so that's on top of the 22.5 last week. So
He's a popular
will be.
man in
Well,
Australia
He,
at the moment.
must be. He's almost the absolute must-have. Oh, hang on, Roy.
Phone call.
What's going on? We've got Hugh Greenwood.
Oh, that'll do.
He's probably listening to
Take
this.
the call.
Oh, he might be listening along. G'day, Hugh. How you going? Warner here.
Boys. I haven't interrupted anything, have I?
Just doing a podcast. You're watching, are you?
Times today, but here we are.
Right. Welcome.
You know what you interrupted,
Here we are.
mate? I was just
What?
talking about how good the GOAT is.
The GOAT, no comment. The GOAT, man. He's still getting a run. He's still getting a run in my team.
Oh, I hear you.
How are you going,
Sure,
mate?
mate. Yeah, really good. Yeah, good. We're just actually at the surf club with the Rat, Rory Atkins, hanging out on the coast. So you can't complain.
A little bit
Can't
warmer
complain.
than your home state of Tassie at the moment.
A little bit, yeah. Well, we're about to get a taste of it in 2 weekends' time, I think. So
Yeah, that's right.
yeah,
Well,
yeah.
you get down here. We'll all have to get down there to have a look at the game.
I might have to actually hand present you with some badges, depending on
Oh, right.
Oh, yes.
who you think out or not.
This is what you're calling for. You're going to put us under the
Oh,
pressure
yeah,
here.
boys. I'm here to catch up.
We've already discussed this now. I'm sure you've been listening to the podcast, mate.
course.
I had to sign up for an Essendon membership earlier just so I could get tickets to the game here on the weekend. However,
That's gross.
no, I'm talking. I'm a membership prostitute. I'm happy. I sign up with anyone,
You're allowed to
mate.
tell you that. That's fine.
Yeah, so I'm on board. Don't worry about that.
Yeah, no, we are. And I
call.
think there'll be 3 H. Greenwood badges that we need to have
You
on our
beauty.
scarves.
You
So
bloody
we will
beauty.
sign up as you guys are doing your shout out, which is pretty cool. That was a nice little message on Friday. That actually put the pressure under us. Goes,
Didn't it ever?
boys, we've got to do it again.
Nothing like a social media call out.
No.
Yeah,
Just make sure we tag you on every platform.
And you've broken the record, but you're pushing towards 20,000 now.
Yeah, we had 16 last year, so we broke the record last year. So we came out with the goal of getting 18, and then even before we decided to do the push in this past week or so, we'd already broken 18. So we're like, let's just set the bar higher again. So for 20,000, obviously compared to other clubs, it's a much smaller number. But for here on the Gold Coast and sport on the Gold Coast is we're wrapped with it, and we're gonna have 20,000 members giving back and supporting the Gold Coast Suns like we do support the community here on the Gold Coast. It's pretty epic. We're pretty proud of it. So if we can get to 20,000, we've got 3 more by the sounds of it signed up tonight. So
Yep.
we'll get there.
You guys call it a push. I call it social media bullying. But either way, it's been successful. I'll tell you what, my Gold Coast scarf's going to start looking a bit creepy though. Now it's going to be up to 4 Hugh Greenwood badges.
Oh yeah, maybe.
I won't get past security.
You might have to get. I won't be offended if you go to Suk Miller after the year he's happened.
Well,
That's
hey,
a good call.
That would be a fair call.
Now, Hugh,
Or,
Can you do us?
What about a Zack Smith? I've heard of Zack Smith.
Here we go. Actually,
Can you just give him a little boost or something in the ruck when you're in the guts there and just push him up a little higher?
He's going to be better. He'll be good for us, I reckon. Well, we need him to be. So he hasn't played at the level for a couple of years, really, and then coming off a long-term injury. So we're asking a lot of him, but we've got 10, 12 rounds to go, so back him in.
Come on, all right.
He's a great man.
Cow is the man at the moment with a few issues.
No.
A lot of issues.
No issues,
But he's got
mate.
fantasy issues. Yeah, well, he's got too much coin in his back pocket, and he's deciding whether to pick up Darcy Parish or the Tuk, as we are loving him and his action at the moment. Geez, watching him on the weekend, he was hungry. Who should he get?
He just, his work rate, obviously, I think, the plan for Freo going in was Sarong's going to him. That came out days before we were playing, but no one can go with him. He just runs that hard. So, you can man him up at stoppages, but you just can't. It takes a fair tank to keep up with him around the ground. And I thought with Rowley coming back, it would chew into his fantasy scores, but clearly not. So, back him in, I reckon.
Now,
he's only going to improve.
He's, like Warnie said, he just goes that hard. He's certainly got some pig tendencies.
He does.
We've noticed a little bit of piggery about him.
But doesn't get thrown around lightly.
No, it doesn't. So that's why we thought we'd come to you. You guys obviously shower after the game. Is there any side of a tail at the back? Or
Not that I'm staring in the showers, but
No.
potentially. I don't stare for too long, but there's a tail.
There would be a tail.
There would be a tail.
Rowley struck through with one as well, don't you worry?
Yeah,
so
I
he's
reckon.
going to be right because a few people jumped on.
Floating around.
A few people jumped on last week, and I reckon he's under 500k. I think that's a bargain, isn't it, to be getting on Matt Rao, who dominated last season in his few games that he played. So, are you going to pick him in your team? Because I know that you are playing a bit of fantasy.
Yeah. I'm dipping the toes in this year. 10-1 or 11-1, no big deal. But I might have had a little bit of help. I might have found a friend at the beginning of the year who you'd think knows a thing or two about it.
Oh, he's probably led you down the wrong path if it's the bloke that's sitting next to me.
I won't talk about the Poulter McRae mail. We had the choice of the two, and we went down the McRae path when the Pies boys made their debuts. But we're back on the horse. And, 11-1.
Let's talk about the GOAT. How's that roller coaster been?
Hey, I love it. I mean, it's like the cryptocurrency. You just ride the roller coaster, mate. You just go in and you just ride it.
Yeah.
He actually hurts us this week getting that suspension because we now know that he's not going to be playing for round 15, but you're going to hold through.
That's 2 weeks. Yeah, well, yeah. I'm gonna hold him.
He's worth 200k. You've got no choice.
No, Hugh's. Yeah, well, that's true. He's a very strong holder.
Yeah,
it's a good strength he has in his fantasy play.
Yeah. Right,
very impressive.
Loyal.
Yeah, very loyal. Now, one thing I was thinking about. So that was awesome that you guys broke the record last year, and we were passionately on board, and I'm sure people will be again. But is it sort of a catch cry as in jump aboard as your second team type thing? Because a lot of people, as you know, like the big clubs, they've all got they're very loyal supporters. But, you know, I love the Suns, I love the Doggies, and just jumping on board to help break a membership. I love doing that sort of thing. Is that what a lot of people are doing?
Yeah, I think, we're not blind to that. When you're even living up here on the coast, you'll run into people rarely, but they'll be like, we follow the Suns, but this is our team from when we lived in Melbourne or we lived in Perth or we lived in FA. So I think everyone's got their number one team. Yeah. That they obviously grew up supporting. But then I think most people have a little bit of a soft spot for the Suns.
I agree.
Obviously we cop a fair bit of flack. But for the most part, I think people want us to do well. Yeah. And they see the young talent that we have, and they're exciting to watch, and our brand is fun when we're at our best. So I think people have a soft spot for us. So maybe not, obviously we're only 10 years young, but in 10, 20, 30 years' time when kids have grown up around the Suns, then potentially that'll be their number one team and their only team. But in the meantime, we understand that they're obviously people and families have their teams that they've grown up supporting, parents and stuff. But now hopefully their kids will follow the Suns and then the kids after them. So in the meantime, we'll keep pushing back for 20,000. And like we said, I think people have a soft spot for the Suns. We hope so anyway, because we want to do well, and I think people want us to do well as well.
Yeah, I agree. Now, I think that flack that you guys cop has been drying up because of the young talent, as you said, and the way you guys have been playing. So thanks very much for calling in and chatting to us, Hugh. We won't give you the inside info when we're going live here, mate, because can't give away all the secrets. But
No, of course not. Of course. No, boys, I appreciate it. And yeah, hopefully we'll cross paths sometime soon.
Sounds good.
For sure.
Have to hand over the badges personally, or we'll see what happens.
You're beauty.
Legends, Hugh. Thanks so much,
guys.
mate. And we'll
Enjoy.
chat to you soon. Good luck with the Suns this weekend, especially all the, Zack Smith mostly. But
Don't give it to him.
Cool.
Thanks, mate.
I'll put a rocket up in for you.
Oh,
Legend.
yes.
Thanks, buddy. Have a good one.
All right, bye.
Oh, that was handy.
You know what I find
Bit of
really
insight
interesting?
mid-show?
They're going for 20,000.
Yeah.
Dogs trying to get into the top 20,000. Very similar.
Oh, you're funny.
Oh, I know which one I'm cheering
Yeah.
and which one I'm... Yeah.
Okay, so where were we? We were talking about John Newcombe. Yep, we'll pick at him.
Yeah, we
want
are.
to pick Hugh Greenwood now because he's such a legend.
He's in great
Anyway,
form too.
He is.
He's averaging like 92 or something.
Yeah, he's on the radar.
Loves his cuddles. Now, Luke Edwards is the second most traded in player. Is there some sort of flag with that?
I don't think so. I think
do.
do you really?
Yeah.
So with Kelly coming back and
Yeah.
Shuey coming back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just, now that we've got a couple of debutants,
Yeah. Agreed.
I think we forget about that.
You do,
And
'cause
then next week you can go to those.
It's
guys.
70k difference between him and Bramble.
Yep.
There was a really good report on how well the returning Eagles were training.
Yep.
And then I put out there on social, read this report. It was awesome. Is it a worry for him? And a lot of passionate Eagles supporters just said, no, it's not a worry. We love him, blah, blah, blah. And they do. But even Jack Redden came out today.
Yeah.
And pretty much said, going sick, but knows his place.
Oh.
Straight back out if those guys basically
And fair enough
are
too.
fit.
Yeah,
So,
okay.
yes, he's going well. Yes, he's going to be awesome. And he was so good the other day.
Yep.
But if there's not room when the big guys are back, it's just unfortunate.
You can't have everyone, can you?
No, you can't.
Also, in the most trade, a couple more down is Joel Amati.
Yeah.
Say again, I think he just.
I think he's
but
he's
he's going to be
safe.
Yeah.
Like if you're rolling like you with say 22, you might as well
You could go
get
there if
him
you need to.
instead of
Yep.
having a look at the new Hawk boy, for example.
Exactly.
Because we've got blokes that are either around the same price or cheaper. I think you've got to go your Madden. You've got to go your what's his name? Lachlan
Bramble.
Brambles.
Yep,
Brambles.
And who's the other one? Hugh. Kieran Briggs.
Yes,
I think
of
you're going those guys ahead just because you're getting them this week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even if that means, you could be getting these guys if you got your 22 or whatever. It's
Yeah.
just, I still think you might as well get the 1 week and the price generation out of those guys now. For guys that you're not 100% sure will be there, yes, Amati should be, but you never know with Foley and Edwards.
Just one with Amati. At the moment, if you're thinking in the future, like he's coming off back-to-back great scores,
Yes.
right? And
Yep.
you're like, well, yeah, he could be my F6. Now, if he's sitting in your ruck spot at the moment, that's where he's going to be next week. You can't move that. So maybe Briggs is your guy to come in this week
to fill
to
that.
fill that spot so you could use him
dead ruck spot.
on ground if you wanted to.
Yeah. Dan Houston, tick.
Oh, massive tick. Huge fan. Yep.
Now, it's about 100, I think, between them, him and Haynes.
It is 100k.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
So
It's a
what
lot.
would you do? Cow?
Well, at the moment, I'm going Haynes just because I want that 100k
Yeah.
on top of
Yeah.
someone else. And coming off that 107, Phil Davis is back in this week. You have a look at how Haynes started the year.
Yeah.
I'll get that up in a sec. The way he started the year wasn't too bad.
Yeah.
And then Phil Davis goes down in round 3.
Yeah.
So that really affected his scores because
Ash
now
even being
role
out.
change.
Lucky Ash even being out has to help, doesn't it? Because
Surely.
they've had the ball in his hands
Yeah.
a lot.
So he started the year with a 73, Haynes, right? Okay. And now in his last 3 games, 107 last week, that
Yeah.
14 marks,
Yeah.
a 78 and a 77. So at his price,
Yeah.
you can't go wrong.
No, and Leon
It's so
Cameron,
cheap.
he said he actually worded up he's found form. Again, he was reading the play better, reading the incoming ball, getting his trademark intercepts.
Yep.
But then they were hitting him on the way out as well.
Yeah.
I still can't believe Ash. That
Yeah.
just makes no sense to me. But, yeah, he's a great play. You can't expect that 107 every week, though. He can smack a 40 in your face.
Yeah, so
Nick
he's
Haynes.
got a 51 this year already and
Yeah.
a 53.
But for that price, I'm an advocate for the purchase.
That's it. He averaged 88 last year.
But as far as being 100K different from Houston, Houston is easily a 100K better option than him long term.
Definitely.
Yes.
I can see Houston knocking on the door for the role on 22. Hainsey would never get even close to the
So
door.
Houston's coming off that 99, 98 or something.
Yeah.
So high 90, couple of high
97,
90s.
98, mate.
Yep. So, but more of an injury risk
Yeah.
than Haynes.
Yeah.
Gosh, I guess so.
The other names floating around in the most traded in.
Maybe.
Josh Kelly, massive tick.
Yep.
Huge.
Hugh. I keep saying Hugh.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, gosh, it was a bit of a
I'll tell you
flustered
what.
moment. Greenwood's ringing me.
Bloody
Greenwood's ringing me.
Heart's pounding.
Kyle Langford.
Yes.
Probably got a brother called Hugh Langford. But,
He would probably. Great pick.
Kyle
I'm
Langford,
ticking.
good one. Yep. Tom Mitchell.
Great pick.
Some people have been quite negative about Tom Mitchell.
They have
4 out of
Yeah.
6 scores. 4 out of his last 6 are over 120 dollars.
Yeah.
You can't be negative about that, I'm afraid.
Yep.
And
He'll
he
be
ended
right.
the last half of last year going at like 114,
I
115.
think either the people that have done their trades listened to us earlier in the week, or, dare I say it, they don't need us anymore. They've done a great job.
Yeah.
Lockie Hunter. Tick?
I tick it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Aaron Hall.
It's not as exciting.
No.
Tick.
Now, Aaron Hall.
Yes.
Massive tick, but people hitting my Twitter up.
Yeah.
They were like, Luke McDonald, man. What's that do to Aaron?
No, nothing.
They
The only thing with Aaron,
Remember? Oh, sorry. You
I
go.
think with Aaron this week is Brisbane have been the number one hardest for midfielders and defenders in the last 5 weeks.
Yeah. Right.
It's a lot tougher than what it has
is.
been. However,
You still got him in your top 5 captains, don't you?
mate, he still goes 120.
Because
Yeah,
if
so
there's
that's
one
surely-
person that doesn't care about that crap,
He
it's
doesn't
Aaron
care, yeah.
Hall.
Oh, I'm not worried
now,
at all.
remember, this is, and with their double flag, which is fine, remember that form Luke McDonald went in last year?
Yes.
That was nuts. That
Yes.
was Corona ball.
Yep.
He was hitting Corona ball 120s.
He was.
That's ridiculous. So he sort of had that role, obviously.
Yep.
Now,
Can't-
he doesn't take it back off Aaron.
No,
He's
no.
doing too well at it.
Agree.
But he does try to poach the odd kick. My answer to a couple of them was that when McDonald played earlier this year, and I don't think Hall was playing anyway, he wasn't touching it. So I'm not worried about it.
I'm not worried at all.
No.
You're listening to the official AFL Fantasy Podcast, and this is the Traders Punters Club, thanks to Sportsbet.
All right, we're going goal digging now. Thanks to Sports Bets. Bet with mates, and you can bet together and share the moments. Get your group started with that. Rightio, Roy.
Sorry, fellas.
Okay.
I'm
Yes.
sorry to the cause. I wasn't that far off.
No, you're close.
No.
It's not often
The old one
Richmond
legs.
cost you.
I know.
That was
I know.
That was a good one.
It
too.
was right at the end too. But hey,
Hey.
that's the game.
Right,
Onward and
on
upward. Let's
this
play on.
weekend. So I'm going Friday night footy. Dangerfield and English as anytime goal scorers, and Mitch Duncan for 25 or more. That's paying a nice little 420. So
Yeah,
I've got my
take
30
that.
on that. And then I'm going Sunday because it's the Bombers, of course. Them to win in by under 40. So they'll win that. Devon Smith,
Dog.
an anytime goal scorer, he's back in. Kaczynski, we know that he kicks goals here.
Loves it.
For
Crikey.
that as well. And then Kyle Langford, 25 or more disposal. So that's paying $9.75, that one.
Yeah,
so
it should
that would
be
be
too.
nice for our...
Now, your first one is outstanding.
Yes,
Love it, dog.
they're
Your
both
second
great.
one makes me want to spew up.
We're going to be all right. So let's. You can find your bet with mates in the Sportsbet app. You can start your group. Share the moment of betting together with your mates. Group members must have a valid Sportsbet account to participate. Live betting is not available. Conditions apply. See sportsbet.com.au for more details. As always, gamble responsibly.
Do what you want, cause a pirate is free. You are a pirate.
Alrightio. Now, we're talking about Danny here in Big Park. We are talking about Darcy Parish. Hawthorn, the number one easiest team for midfielders to score against this year and the last 5 weeks.
Man, you're getting him, mate.
We said before, Took had 160 against them. Darcy is averaging 142 in his last 3.
So, yeah.
Gosh.
It
So
is nuts.
even Hugh didn't encourage you to change that now?
No, I'm not changing that. Darcy
no,
out here against Hawthorn is the biggest no-brainer you will come across.
What
Jeez, it'd be nice to own him, wouldn't
What more could you ask? Like the form line,
Yep.
the opponent,
Yep.
and then it gets moved here?
Yep.
Of
Yep.
all places?
It's
Ridiculous.
nuts. So he will
it? That'd be
feast.
good out there.
That's a season changer.
He will
owning
feast.
him.
Now, number 2 will be my VC, and that's Jack McRae. Now, it's a tougher opponent in Geelong.
Yeah.
Don't be turned off by that, though.
No.
So he's had 100 in every game this year.
Yeah.
Last scores against Geelong, 108.
Yeah.
124, 116, 126. Okay?
Lovely.
Exactly. That's what it is. We want him,
Yeah.
though, to be that 120-ish if we can.
Yeah.
So you would assume that old mate McRae will get it done on Friday night.
Yeah.
Then you can fall back into Zack Merritt out here.
Yeah.
Same reasons. He's been going all right too. And his numbers against Hawthorn are nuts. 106, which happened already this year. 120, 146, 118, 119, 128. So his numbers are huge as well.
Can't believe Zachary gets to grace the.
I know.
Oh, the pig park.
Are we turned off by the fact that he's signed a contract?
Well, that's an issue, though.
I know.
I think it's an issue more for next year.
I reckon, yeah, because this week he celebrates it and shows why.
Yes. Oh,
Next
right.
year it's an issue.
So this week is a 180.
Yeah.
Sunday at Pig Park.
Could be. I don't mind Josh Kelly, obviously coming off his 150. Last two scores against Carlton, 120 and a 150 against them. He's back home, so he should be good. Old mate Tuk. Tougher matchup against the Power, but he's at home, where he's averaged 133 this year.
There's no such thing as a tough matchup for that guy.
It doesn't bother
He's
him.
the toughest man in the world.
They're the third hardest team for this year, though. So, other than that, and then even right down to Tom Mitchell, who's going to be out here against Essendon.
Yeah.
His numbers, even his last, as you said, 4 of his last 6 have been over 120, and against Essendon, 106 this year, 120, 146. They're all pretty good.
They're big. You see the pattern forming there.
Yeah. Actually, I got my Zack Merritt numbers wrong. 111 this year, 153 was his last 2 against them.
Gulp.
So they're massive numbers, massive numbers. So I don't think you can go wrong this week with the vice captaincy. My only small concern is, do you vice captain someone like a Hall, a Kelly, who have a thumping ceiling of like a 140 or even a 150?
That's what
in
your
them?
vice captain should go.
Because
Yeah.
I don't think, my gut feel is McRae won't hit 140, 150 against Geelong.
Yeah. And you know what? The only time I've gone away from a first game of the round,
Yep.
VC on McRae,
Oh, no,
because
yeah.
I thought other people had a bigger ceiling, and he whacked that like a 150 on my head, and then I backed it up with a max
Yep.
70.
The other thing was,
So it's bloody McRae, isn't he? He's the number one scorer in the comp, isn't he?
he knows...
It's
yeah.
not like he's a boring pick.
No, and you got to do it because it's Friday night footy.
Yeah.
It's the biggest game of the round. Everyone that loves footy is watching that game on Friday night. He
wants the
is
kill.
there to turn up.
How's he go with a about quarter capacity crowd or even less? It might
He
be.
loves a small crowd.
Does he?
Now, the only
What have
concern
they got?
is
About 7,000?
7,000, I think. There.
that
Won't be many
feels
Bulldog
about
supporters in
130.
it.
Mark O'Donnell will tag. He'll tag Mark O'Connell. Sorry, he'll tag
call
someone.
him?
O'Connor, same thing.
Simon.
Irish. Now he's going to tag someone. He will. Most likely Libber again, though, yeah? Because he seems to be
getting it, doesn't he?
a bit of a whipping boy. So there you go.
It's fine to go there, though, isn't it?
As Roy said, he could whack a 150 on you, and you're like, "What the hell was I thinking?"
He's done
But-
it to me once. I'm surely
So,
not stupid enough
just
to
with
do it
that
again.
then, like with your VC line, you'll tweet it out, I'm sure,
Yeah.
with where you're feeling. But with only 10 games, yes, we've got a Parish or a Merritt or whatever to come. But what is your line, do you think?
You want a 120.
Right.
You're taking.
I agree.
You take your 120. If it's 119, you roll it in.
115.
Those big dogs.
They're big
coming
dog.
home.
You're looking at, if you've got a guy like Parish, he could
Yeah.
be a 150
You
plus.
can't take 115 if you've got Parish, can you?
No.
Here, that
no.
could cost you 50 points.
Yeah,
that's
well,
the kind of form he's in.
That's the difference.
It is.
2
isn't
games ago against Hawthorn, Zack Merritt had a 153. So he can do it as well.
Logan has just messaged in the Facebook chat. He
Oh,
had
here we-
154 last time. There was no crowd
There you go.
for
Boom.
McRae.
Oh, my God.
There you go. Thanks, mate. Who needs Calvin's captains?
All right, you're going to give us a
God.
a joke, Cow?
Yeah, I will.
Because just to let everyone in on this, Cow goes, "Oh crap, got to do a joke 2 minutes before we record."
Right, no, I found one. No,
Oh, you've got one.
People
Good.
send me in a couple
Where
of good
from?
jokes. No, this is off a... Oh, I'd rather not say it. It's okay. No. Now,
Right. give it
last
to us.
week's joke got a little bit of...
Well, we were going to get called into the office, but luckily we're in a different state.
You
That's
was going
fine.
to slap our hands.
Anyway, so Pirate walks into a bar and he sits down at the bar and the barman comes over and gives him a drink. No worries, he sits there and has his drink. No, thank you, he says. And he hears this little voice. "Oh, you're a lovely pirate." He goes, what was that?
Ball squeak.
Yeah, my throat's a bit sore. And he goes, "Oh, okay." And he has his beer and he keeps going. He goes, I love your hat.
He's just done
I love you.
I love your hat. He goes, he's looking around. He can't see anyone. What's going on here? The barman comes back. He goes, excuse me, mate. Oh, excuse me, mate. I forgot he was a pirate.
Yeah.
Oh, excuse me, mate. He goes, there's these little voices keep saying stuff to me. He goes, oh, God, don't worry about that, mate. He goes, they're the nuts. They're complimentary.
Yes.
Got a question for the traders? Tweet the boys at AFL Fantasy or head to facebook.com/AFL Fantasy Official.
Yeah.
That's all right.
I love
Calvin
that
DT,
one.
send in some more better jokes.
I couldn't
I love the old.
Yeah, what's wrong with your
complimentary.
throat?
I told you, I've been a bit sick.
You have been.
Sick as in wicked.
You are a legend. All right, let's hit up some questions before we get out of here. Cameron wants to know. No, Cameron just said something at the bar again. He must be drunk all the time. All right.
Drunk
Hendrick,
It's that coffee.
pick one. Lions, Bont, Duncan or Whitfield?
Wow, amazing
Right.
targets.
Now, Lyons is on my radar.
Yeah.
Yep.
Before I go up to one of the big boys.
Yeah.
Now, he's gone like 115 in like
Yeah.
4 of his last 6 or something.
Very good player.
Great player. Great run coming up as well.
Yeah.
I think you need Whitfield at some point. I don't think you need him necessarily straight away.
Is that a little bit like Duncan too, who he's going to be dropping in
Wait for Duncan. I
You
think.
definitely wait on Duncan. Is there a concern here that we might fill up our midfield spots too early?
Nah. With all this DPP, I'm thin. There.
Yeah.
It's turned into my thinnest line, I
Yeah.
reckon.
Yeah.
So I'm not worried about it.
in my midfield. I've got like Josh Kelly sitting there at the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Having said that, I don't have a very good team.
So to answer his question there, Whitfield, Bont, or Lyon?
Look, the Bont doesn't get the credit he deserves.
No, he doesn't.
Does he? Is
he
he a
didn't-
bit of a tag target at times?
Well, definitely.
No,
but Libba
well,
keeps
yeah.
getting
He's getting through it, though,
doesn't he?
isn't
he? He's too big.
And the thing is, so he used to put good games out there, but he'd never really pass 100. Like
Yeah.
it would be about 100-point solid effort, but he'd never really put his hand up fantasy-wise.
Yeah.
He's doing it this year.
He's going at 128 in his last 3.
It's nuts. Why do I still feel scared of old 100 Bond?
Out of those guys, I think the answer's Bond.
It is, isn't
It's
it?
Bond. He's so good.
He is so good.
All right, next one from Brennan. Walsh or Lions?
Man, oh, man.
Walsh could cop a tag this week from
People are
DeBoer.
saying that.
Yeah, well, who does DeBoer go to? Because you go to someone.
Cripps, surely.
Yeah, I don't know if he's their best player at the moment.
He's not.
So I think Walsh might cop it.
Definitely.
Or does he do a little bit of a back tag on Zach Will? Just for old time's sake.
Wow.
See, he's earned a tag.
I don't know. But Walsh is a chance. Walsh is a chance to get it. Carlton have a great run to the end of the year, and so do Brisbane. As far as midfielders go, we'll be jumping on like a Lockheed Neal, nice and cheap, just for these juicy little patch he's got coming up. But I think out of those two, I think you've got to go Lions just because.
Walsh has already been tagged this year. Lions never gets tagged.
Never.
Because Neil's there.
Yep. And Zorko.
And Zorko.
Yeah, he's
Oh,
way
so
down.
far down.
He is.
Logan, get rid of Gaff.
Yes.
Over to you, Cal.
He's gone. 100%.
I don't blame him.
Number one, I need an extra body on the field, okay? And he is, I'm sick of it. Every week, I come here on a Monday, we talk about the head tilt. We're not talking about it anymore.
No.
Hasn't turned up in the last 4 weeks. Meanwhile, we've got guys like Lions, we've got Walsh, we've got Pig, we've got all these guys pumping out
Just without
115s,
even
120s.
thinking.
No.
A stress-free ton.
He is a premium, clogging up a spot in my midfield.
Yeah.
I chuck some money on top of his head, and he turns into someone that
Good.
I really like.
Yeah.
Who is also good.
Yeah.
People are like, no, you got to hold your premiums. Yes,
Yeah.
you do. But here is an underperforming premium.
Shocking.
Terrible player. Doesn't look like he's getting any better. His scores reflect it. He's not enjoyable to watch. He makes me angry. He wrecks my weekend. He's gone. He wrecks my Monday. Every -3. So there you go. Yes, you trade.
Now, everything you just said then
Is-
are all things I told you, didn't I?
You'll never pick him again, will you?
He's never been picked again.
Welcome to the club.
You'll get sucked in.
Oh, and just for the record,
I'm going to get him once he bottoms out.
Yeah.
I'll maybe get back on. Just shout out, Andrew, happy birthday, mate.
That's his birthday.
It's his birthday. I hope you're having a great day.
This is why you're a bad coach. You don't know how to work with your players. You were brutal then.
I was honest.
That was actually a heat-seeking missile to his head.
Yeah. See?
And it didn't tip it back up. It
This is
blew it
why
off.
I never give you permission to press the rocket button.
Right, next one. This is probably a good question here for a lot of people. Now, Bramble or Foley, basically. Who's more likely to play in 2 weeks, Josh is asking.
It's got to be Bramble, doesn't it?
So where do we
sucks.
sit with this?
This
If you've
sucks to
and
say
someone else
because-
sort of says, I've got 20 or 21 green dots here, Anton's saying, do you grab...
Look, I'm in total agreement
Edwards or
with
Foley.
all those
Yep.
West Coast fans that wrote to me to say how good he was. I agree.
Yeah.
But look how good you guys are in terms of the guns coming
Who's
back.
coming
That's
back,
right.
You're talking about all Australian guys
I've said it
coming
before,
back.
and I'll say it again. The buys are like a reset round.
Yeah.
You may have done some good work leading up to them, but
Yeah.
it only buys you so much time.
And West
mate,
Coast
to go.
fans need to understand you can only pick so many players in your team.
Yeah.
Your team is so good, you
Yeah.
can't... It's not Pokemon, Roy.
No, it's
You
not.
can't have them all.
You can't. You're spot on.
So you've got to have your better players first.
So would the advice be, even regardless
this
if
is
you've
a
got
tough
21
question.
or whatever,
Because we can't just put our nuts
Faith
on the line
into-
and say
to
some
these
dude
one
we've
game-
never
the
even
first
seen,
gamers, yeah.
Mr. 5.5 game tackle average guy.
he's 23 though. That's a positive thing.
Yep.
And Hawthorn are a
back
rabble.
on the age.
Loves him.
Hawthorn are a rabble. They'll be playing these guys, won't they?
I think so. But
Especially even after this week, they'll get pounded up.
yeah, but Warple's back. There's a couple guys coming back in.
There is.
He's the first one going out.
You've got to look at what your team looks like for that round 15.
Okay.
If these guys are on your pine,
Yep.
then
So I'm going to bring in Briggs.
Yep.
Because I want Armity on my ground.
Oh, you've got him stranded.
He's stranded.
Oh,
at
no
the moment.
wonder you came up with such a good solution to it.
Yeah, well, I just thought about it then.
Yeah.
So, but Briggs is going to be one of my numbers I'll drop off, let's be honest. He probably
he
won't.
He can hit a 50.
He's only played one game for a 45
Yeah. Bit of natural improvement.
against Carlton. Add a couple more to that.
all right, next one. Oliver wants to know, is Lockie Neal an underpriced pick?
Yeah, he
yes. I've looked at him for this week.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah. How
Yep.
old is he?
What is he? Getting on.
So he's got
28?
Yeah.
That's a guess.
I reckon.
He's getting into the gaff territory of money here.
Yeah.
So he's at basically 730, break even of 127.
Yeah, so you don't have to go, but...
You don't have to go.
You don't have to look
No.
at a 120 break even and go, I'm not doing it.
No,
Exactly, because he
definitely.
might get it.
His form
He's
line.
playing North Melbourne.
His form line isn't delicious.
We came back with a 71.
Yeah.
And I don't know, I would have liked to send
Good
a bit
for a
more
run.
than that.
71.
Yeah. I like that.
Yeah, not bad. But so he's got North Melbourne this week.
Yeah.
And then he goes Geelong. Now, after Geelong, I reckon that's your time to pounce because he goes Adelaide, St Kilda, Richmond, Hawthorn, Suns.
Oh.
You don't even Freo, Collingwood.
Oi, oi,
Their
oi,
run,
oi.
cow scale of hardness here. See, listen to that again, dog. So he goes North Melbourne this week, then Geelong, then he goes Adelaide, St Kilda, Richmond, Hawthorn,
Well-
Suns, Freo, Collingwood.
So it's not bad to
Okay,
jump early,
it's
but you
not.
could wait
You could, but
after that Geelong
Geez,
game.
that Geelong game, and he'll probably be fine versus them anyway.
Yep.
Oh,
that run-
that's a grudge match too. Remember that? Is that where... What happened in
He
that
got tagged
earlier in the
heavily.
year? Yeah, O'Connor.
And you'll get it again.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
well, that's true.
But it's a
and-
grudge match.
Yeah, but he
remember
can-
there was the whole Chris Scott slick back, did his whole
Yeah.
thing. That was
Oh.
all that.
He did
down
too.
at Geelong.
I'm going to say you wait till after that game because he's going to cop it again,
Yeah,
and he
okay,
can
that's
put
fair.
the head down.
That's fair. He can.
Yep.
How many degrees?
Oh,
Not gaff light.
No
gaff
way.
light.
No.
Langford or Green? You're going Langford over Green.
You
Toby
are.
Green,
You
aren't
are.
you?
Correct.
Even though Toby Green back in the guts there at the
I
end of that
know.
game.
When I see him in there, man, I
It's
get
exciting.
excited. I
You
get
know
a
that.
tingle. Yeah.
The thing is, though, Cornelio's not far off, either.
Isn't he?
So
yeah.
that's
No, we know where they like Green to play, and it's in the forward line.
Agreed.
So yeah, no, it's Langford.
Would you downgrade Nick Hind to Nick Haynes?
I haven't lost faith in Hind like a lot of
that
other
little
people
role
have.
that he played up on the wing.
That was a
half
concern.
Forward, yeah.
With all the amount of names thrown in the mix of their changes, surely he just goes back to half back.
It would be a super luxury move, but still, he's going to score more than
But
Haynes.
like,
You got to back
it-
in
I mean, it-
Hind over Haynes.
It is a week. Hind will average more than Haynes for the
Yeah.
rest of the year, without a doubt.
But it must be getting close
Mate,
to...
you're talking around 150, 160K.
Yeah, so it's a lot.
It's a lot of coin.
And like Cow's doing, someone he's sick of is getting cold on his last buy.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you should have to just use that cash wisely.
That's it.
Right, Jazz, hashtag AFL Fantasy Power Couple. Is it okay if two of my trades are Heaney and Harms out?
Yes,
Heaney's
yes.
sick. Harms, he was probably always going to be, if you, heart of hearts, you were going, he's probably going at the bye anyway.
Yeah. I want to say hold Harms though.
He's coming off
Yeah.
an 87.
But
Yeah.
we've got a crap team as well, Roy.
Yeah,
But
I
no,
know.
you
but
probably do want to hold
I
him.
have been watching him closely. I like what he's doing. But,
so do
yeah,
I.
But if Heaney and Harms got you to Houston and Neil, would you be better with that? Obviously, Harms has the bye as well. So
Heaney's got to go ASAP.
yeah, and that is a nice move.
So
if you
Houston and Neil is going to be better than Heaney, and having Houston is probably better than Harms.
He is. It's a double
So
upgrade.
it's good.
It's actually a double upgrade, yeah.
Leaves
So
him 21 on field and one rookie on field. So
you're
ranked
gonna have-
189. Chase
Oh, you're
it.
going to have a delicious round.
Do it.
So they're looking at Houston,
See Harms and
Houston
just
and
barrack
Neil.
against him. Yep.
Houston and Neil. I wonder what it would look like for the power couple if they were Haynes and somebody else. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you went higher.
So
Yeah.
what if it got you to like Parrish?
Yeah. Don't know.
If you're
Have a
ranked
look at it.
189, she's probably already got
Yeah, just saying.
good players.
Good players.
Just a suggestion.
Like us. Luke, cash generation in Madden, which gives me Dale or Briggs, which allows me to go up to Langford. Okay, so pretty much, would you go Madden to Dale? Oh, sorry, getting Madden in, which lets you get Dale, or would you choose Briggs, which lets you go to Langford? Go Briggs and go to Langford. As long as that player ends up on your bench in
Yeah.
round 15. I
Yeah.
think
Yes.
that's a little
But,
caveat for
but the
any of
thing
this.
is, you want Madden to end up on your bench anyway as well,
Oh, yeah,
wouldn't you?
that's
So
right.
you might as well go the better upgrade.
Yep.
Yeah.
Agree.
I agree, yeah.
Bramble or Madden? Who would you be picking?
God, I'm
tough.
chasing the cash
Once
there.
again,
It's 60K almost, isn't it?
Once again,
50?
they're all different
Yeah,
position
that's-
players. It depends on your structure and where they're going to end up.
59.
Where they're going to end up at the
Yeah.
end. But if you don't, it doesn't matter.
That's
then
a fair bit.
It is a fair bit.
How
Chase
often
the
do you
coin.
fall one short?
Yes,
That's
exactly.
uncanny.
Bramble's more likely to be a one-weeker than Madden. If Madden's in
Yeah.
for Leicester with a hamstring,
Yeah.
who only did a hamstring before.
Yeah.
Like Leicester
Fair.
came in for Madden.
Fair call, yeah.
Madden's played 3 games.
Yeah.
So they want him back in, you know.
Well, he's only in
He's
because of a hammy.
Yeah, but he's like the first called
Yeah.
upon.
He got dropped, though.
Yeah, okay.
Hendrick, just for a laugh at me, I have 5 non-playing rucks this week. Actually, where are everyone sitting?
5
People would have that.
non-playing
Just
rucks.
about.
Slowly got
Who
rid
would
of
you
them.
have? You'd have Max if you held Grundy.
Yeah.
Riley O'Brien,
Yep.
Sean Darcy, Amadi, Max Lynch,
Hunter.
Hunter. God, there's so many
There's a
of them
lot of
that
them
have
in
been
there.
relevant.
Yeah.
Meek,
Oh,
have you got him sitting there?
Wow.
Josh Tracy.
oh God.
There's so many.
Josh Tracy.
That's his name, isn't it? Cyclone?
Dick Tracy.
The Dick.
Please, dog.
Big Cyclone.
Not anymore. He's
Big
been good.
kahuna. Jeez, he has been good. All right, last couple here before we go. Whoa, we've gone a bit late.
Yeah,
here.
my coffee's gone.
We'll blame
warm,
you.
cold.
Yeah.
Mine's gone.
Yeah. Get on with it, dog. 2 more
Top it
questions.
up. Right, let's play on. Sorry. Heaney's got to be gone. Yep.
Yep.
Handy
yep,
goes.
Yep, yep.
Zach Bailey and Blix in the square. That's where they're named. Wowee. Took or Parish? Did we get an answer for that at the end?
That's
Jeez, I'm
For
still
this week, it's Parish.
100%.
Parish ticks
long
too many
term-
boxes this week. Long term,
They're both fairly-
Shields back.
Yep.
Does that hurt
I
him
don't-
at 10 points?
Slightly.
Yeah.
Slightly.
Maybe slightly, just a little bit, possibly.
Yeah, I don't know. It was interesting that Hugh said
Took's a little bit.
he
More
thought
unique.
that Rouse coming in may have
Yeah,
impacted
that
the
was
score, and
interesting.
I was like, oh, okay.
But then he was lined up on the half forward, and it's been named in the guts. I just saw there before.
It doesn't matter where he plays. As I said, he's such a workhorse,
And he's hungry.
Look, I don't think you can go wrong.
And Hugh saw a bit of tail in the shower.
I know. I wonder if your decision can be pinned upon what McRae does on Friday night. Like, if he is not good
Yeah.
and you need a captain, then you go Parish. If McRae's great, then maybe...
So you're telling me that Took will be better long term than Parish, but Parish will be better this week.
I just think there's maybe more concern with Parish than there is with Took with she'll come back. But, geez, that's clutching at straws, isn't it?
So hard.
He's so good.
Bombers
Zach
are a
Merritt
better team.
Zach Merritt gets pushed out before he gets pushed out.
Questionable.
Come on.
Anyway.
Come on. Proud, passionate pay. Oh, well, and I just want to
You'll be
throw
a
one more
member of
name
both.
into this. McRae.
Where
In
does
that
he
conversation.
sit? McRae's still ahead of them.
Is he?
Where?
Can-
check the rolling. Where's your rolling at?
Oh,
Yeah, he's number one still.
Okay.
But how can I go against him?
You can't.
I don't know if he's the one I'd bring in at the moment, though. You go, even though that's my rolling, do you strike where the iron's hot for the now a bit? And then it's not like those other guys are going to drop off to be pathetic.
That's it. So McRae's averaged more than Took across the year. Okay, so you can near justify that. It's like 4 or 5, 3 or 4 points the difference.
Right.
I'd love to know, and we won't have time to do it, but I'd love to know what Darcy has averaged.
DP's averaged more since round 3.
He's been
or
ridiculous.
something, hasn't he? Than McRae.
can you do that, Cal?
I'm on it right now. So I'll have a look at what he's averaged from that point. So from, oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I ever, though, I've tried to do it before just to have a look at it. I've tried to put Darcy Parish number 1 in the rolling 22 and it comes up with system error.
Yeah.
It can't be. He can't sit there.
From round 6, he's averaged 133.
That is snout.
That is
territory.
ridiculous. No, he's the one. And added 160 onto that this week because he plays.
Oh, God. Stuff. I'm actually going
Don't worry,
to.
he's coming off a 160. Don't forget that.
If I've got 17 this week, I am just downgrading everyone else and throwing someone to him.
He's
I'm
worth
getting him.
no.
That's what I mean. That could
He's worth
save my
2.
round.
He's
if I've
worth
got
2.
17 and I put a C on him, I'll come out par.
He's going over 300 this week. Over 300 he'll score.
With the C on him.
Yep. Wow. End the pod, dog. I want to get him in.
All right.
God.
Cal, I
it's
can't
right.
wait.
It's DP. It's Parish.
It
You'll
is.
be able to see what Calvin is doing on the round preview video because we'll reveal our trades or what they hopefully might be after we analyse
Wink,
them.
wink.
Oh, yeah. Well, a bit could come down to what happens on the Friday afternoon teams.
True.
Yep.
Darcy Parish could be out, Cal.
He could.
Warn dog.
Who knows?
Out of this world.
Massive. Check out all of our content there at afl.com.au/fantasy.
And thanks to Hugh.
Big thanks to Hugh.
What a ledge.
He is.
He
a
was
legend.
like, dead spot in the show. Nothing's really happened. On dog.
Yes, that was a nice surprise.
That was good.
there. He does love his fantasy too, Roy.
He does.
He does
He's
hit you
he's
up a fair bit.
Yes, he's a good player.
Have you led him down the path?
Well, let's just say he's got the goat.
He's got to go. But he's backing him.
He's backing
Are
him.
you backing him?
No, he's out.
Has to be.
I've spat it. Yeah.
Thanks, legends, for tuning in. Thanks, everyone, for jumping on the Facebook live stream as well. If you're on there, give us the little love hearts.
Yeah,
Cal
the
likes
heart.
those.
The heart.
We love those. All right, we'll be back on Monday. Make sure you stay across social media. We'll get you sorted. Proud, passionate, paid up Bombers member Cal. Can't wait to see the Bombers here in Lonnie. Spew up. You'll be guilty.